Hello and welcome, everybody. It is episode 51 of Spreading the Nerd. Nothing crazy this week. We're just going to talk about some game releases because there was a few heavy hitters this week. Some gaming random news, go over some stuff, and then we had a couple yep,
those
releases, but we have a little bit of Tokyo Game Show there and a bunch of some games shown and everything, so we'll go over that as well. Nothing too crazy this week though, but yeah, I'm your host Clint Coombs, and as always, Rick Davis. How are you, sir?
Tired. It's been a long week. I'm tired. How are you?
I'm good. I almost every week I'm on here and I'm like, yeah, it's been a long week. This week it was long.
You know what made me more tired? Looking at the picture that Silken had posted of his basement. Mr. I'm not a handyman, it's just a Lego set, blah, blah, blah. And I look, what do I see? I see a workbench with a table saw on it. You, sir, are a liar. Just say right now you're a liar.
Yeah, he's redoing his basement in there. It looks good. We should all have a house party over at Silkenitz. That's what I think.
We'll have to have a special Spreading the Nerd live event in Silkenitz basement.
Definitely get some what is this? While I'm on Discord, I get some RNG stuff going here already. There's a Discord Ghost of Yote quest, so you can get a frame for your picture. Nice, the little mask. Okay, I'll do that later.
What in Discord? I saw a Sonic Ring one.
Oh, is there a Sonic one? Every time I go into Discord.
Well, yeah, but it required playing Sonic Crossroads, so I couldn't get it.
Oh, well, I have that, so I'll play that, I guess. But other than being super busy, I was training people this week. It downpoured on me yesterday. It's just
Silent Hill downpoured.
Yeah, in a way, with me downpouring my pissed offness at Amazon over that, but yeah, just long
pissed
week. A lot of my very pissed offness at Amazon, because I originally checked my thing and it's like, oh no, it's gonna be delayed until Monday, and I was like, I really don't want to wait till Monday to play. I want to play this game. And then I got one yesterday that was supposed to be launch day, and they're like, oh, it's actually being delayed until Wednesday now. And I'm like, okay, no, this isn't happening. So
Amazon doing their best limited run games impression.
I do want to talk about limited run this at some point, because I want to bitch.
That's just fine, and I can join in on your bitching. In fact, I might even bring a visual aid to the bitching.
Oh yeah, you've got way more, and we'll get into that. But yeah, just busy week. A lot of game releases for me this week. Sonic Crossworlds, Silent Hill, and Hades 2 for me. And then catching up with Borderlands, because I didn't play Borderlands over the weekend since I was away.
Yeah, so it's been somehow busy. The first 2 weeks of September were insane to me, and it's actually kind of died off since, because what you mentioned, one game in there I even remotely care about.
Yeah, so. Which I wish I had that problem. September was here, and I haven't even picked up the RPGs on the Switch that I want to get, because that's just way too much. And then what is it? Ghost of Yote is what, next week?
Yes, right? Which I actually until yesterday did not realize. I thought it was the week after.
Yep. So that's coming, and I'm being very responsible, and I got the collector's edition, which I'm very mad about, but here we are. But I've been playing Crossworlds, Sonic Crossworlds, way better than Mario Kart. I don't care what anybody says.
That's the word, and of course, the Mario Kart fandom doesn't want to hear it. But
no, it's fun.
Here's a truth that people don't want to acknowledge. Mario Kart hasn't really been that good for quite some time.
To be fair,
genuinely, truly has not. Like, I'm not just being a hater. It's not that it's bad. It's just it's been kind of boring and generic for a long time.
Yeah, I was excited for Mario Kart World, and I did play the shit out of it for probably like 3 or 4 days on the Switch 2, and I really don't think I'll go back to it.
I
don't
played
think I
literally
will.
5 minutes, and I'm like, I have zero interest in
Yeah,
ever playing
it's
it
not
again.
the love of the Mario Kart I had from like GameCube and past type of thing. But Baldwin in chat also says, after I finish my Slime Rancher 2 playthrough, I'm going to be playing the Fire Emblem Three Houses. Okay, all right, nice.
I played maybe a half hour of that. That was
Yep.
that was probably one of my, I mean, of many to be clear, but one of my biggest wastes of money.
I haven't
It
played
wasn't that
many of the
it
Fire
wasn't that I
Emblems.
thought it was bad. It just, well, most true. I'll speak for my man Paul from the X Button side here. I will say most big Fire Emblem fans will tell you that is not a Fire Emblem they're a big fan of, because it did put
I think I have heard that.
it put a way bigger focus on the like social justice,
Mhm.
not social, sorry, not social justice, social aspect of
This
it.
is justice system.
Yeah, the social aspect of it,
Yep.
and like I guess there's really just way less actual like strategy combat than in comparison to the other ones.
Yep. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little tired. That's why I kind of
Oh no, I'm like
brain farted.
I'm like so out of it this week. I just and I just got back from a huge like Mexican like dinner, so I'm full, like sleepy, just like. But
we had a pretty big dinner too, which actually probably is kind of
right. It's not helping any.
Yeah, we do Hello Fresh, like one of those box meal things, you know.
Yeah.
And they're usually pretty responsible size ones. But when Nicole made this one, she even said like she thinks they may have goofed up and sent us a, like they call it, like a double portion version or whatever.
Right.
It was pretty good actually. It was a kind of baked chicken with like some kind of thing, but it also had a pesto pasta with it.
Okay.
Which is already more than you would usually get for a meal. Like usually you'd have one or the other, but not both there.
Right.
And it was a full meal's size of the pesto pasta. So I'm like,
nice.
And again, it was good. Like it was a really, really tasty meal. But like I am I feel like I'm being weighed down.
I do love anything pesto. I'm a big pesto fan.
I either love it or I can't stand it. I did like this one though.
Yep. That's understandable. There's a few things like that. Like duck. Duck I really like, but also
I've never had duck. I'll tell you what my most like hardcore, it's either one of my favorite things ever or the mere thought of it makes me sick. That's potato salad. If I like potato salad, man, I could eat
I'll eat a bowl of it.
Bowl of it.
Yep.
If I don't like it, I will take one. And I'm
that's very true, actually. True.
Like I cannot describe it. It's either something I love if it's the right kind, or if it's the kind that most people make, I cannot stand it.
That's very true. I'm not a fan of like the vinegary tasting ones.
Yes,
myself,
that's great. I like the more like almost smooth ones.
Yep.
And even though I know it's an integral part of it, I don't like when it has a very strong celery taste to it, because I don't like celery.
Get that celery
I do not like. Nope. Well, you have to have it to some degree, but I don't like celery. And there are some people that they make celery like the strongest, and I don't like it when it's like that.
Yep. It's the same for me with if I get chicken salad and there's like
I don't like chicken salad in general. So
if there's celery in it, I'm like, this is ruined. And celery doesn't even really have like a taste, but I don't know. It's just
I don't agree with that. It does have a taste. I think
it does to me too. But I hear a lot of people say there's no taste. You can't taste anything. And blah blah.
Was it one of those things that? What is it that either tastes like soap to some people or someone else?
Cilantro.
Cilantro, yes.
I love.
I'll say I am on the I like it side. It does not taste like soap to me.
But yeah, it is funny. I never heard about that until one of my friends in another chat, because I was like, "Oh, I put cilantro on something," and they're like, "I hate cilantro," and I'm like, "How can you hate cilantro?" And they're like, "Oh, it tastes like soap to me," and I was like, then I looked into it and I was like, well, that sucks. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like,
yeah, I don't know if there's like a science reason for that, but I guess it is a thing.
Yep. I'm very glad I'm on the side of this tastes really good.
Same, because I like cilantro as well. So
yep. Anyways, with the quick food break there.
hey, we don't need to move past food breaks. Food is fun to discuss.
Food is fun to discuss. Oh, speaking of food, I got a little game snack. I was walking through Walmart and they always have like new Cheez-Its now. Cheez-Its is like the new cereal with like the 500 different flavors or whatever.
I've seen it advertised, but I haven't had it.
I got hot honey Cheez-Its.
I did see that, and I was
pretty
like,
good.
I'm intrigued because that could be
good.
very, very good actually if it works.
It's pretty good. I do like it. I usually love Gouda cheese, and they had a smoked Gouda, and that one was, I don't know, it was okay.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know how
honey
that
is
would
where
work
it's
for.
at.
Yeah, I don't know how well that would work for did you say Cheez-It or you say Cheetos?
Cheez-It.
Cheez-It. Okay,
yeah. So it's like in my head it was like good, but and I always like the extra crunchy or extra toasty Cheez-Its too.
I like the well. I guess when it comes to Cheez-Its, I just like regular Cheez-Its, or I do like the white cheddar Cheez-Its as well.
Yep. Yep.
But what I really like is the flavor blasted goldfish.
I was just gonna say, was it the goldfish?
Yeah, like you put one of those on, you let all the cheese and salt like evaporate,
melt off.
Then you spit out the rest because the rest is just garbage.
I don't.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that either. But yeah, like if I'm at work and have it, I'll actually like put it in a cup and I will like drink so I'm not getting all my fingers. I'll fill my mouth with it.
I guaranteed I've gotten looks because I like the Cheetos, like the crunchy Cheetos, and I guarantee you I've gotten looks in my work truck because at first I was eating them. I wear like all black, so if I get cheesy hands, it just gets everywhere at some point. And so now I've got the bright idea of that I put on like we wear like plastic gloves for the rodenticide that we use and all this crap. And so I was like, I'll put one of these on and I'm eating Cheetos. So I'm like driving with like a rubber, like plastic hand thing. And I'm sure people are like, what the hell's going on here? And then I'm just like putting stuff in my mouth. I'm sure I've gotten a few looks from people.
So here's a little funny story for you. I've told this to Nicole in the past. All right. So back when I was in high school, I want to say I was probably 16, maybe 17. I worked at a pretty popular local-ish chain around here called Eaton Park. It's pretty good. It's real big in Pennsylvania. They have a little bit in West Virginia, a little bit in Ohio, maybe something in Virginia, but they're like predominantly in Pennsylvania. And they're good. They have like this salad bar is kind of a soup and salad bar is their claim to fame. But specifically they have two kinds of soup that I love. My literal favorite soup in the world is their potato soup. It's amazing.
Okay.
And I'm not alone. Like people go there. So they rotate through the soups each day, right? Mm-hmm. Saturday and Sunday both. They have potato soup as well as Wednesday because it is so popular they had to have it 3 days. But anyway, so I also really like New England clam chowder. I cannot stand what's the other one? Is it New York style or Manhattan style? Manhattan style is disgusting.
I don't think I've ever had Manhattan, but
it's terrible. It's
coming
terrible.
from
it's
like
terrible.
New England area, there is only New England.
Yes, I love New England clam chowder, and they have very good New England clam chowder, right? Okay. However, that is not an acceptable opinion to some people because you either like clam chowder or you hate everything about it and hate everybody.
Pretty much,
it, right?
Pretty
right. Much. That's like there's no middle ground on that.
There's no happy medium.
And I'm sure being up in New England area, it's probably much more common to like it. Whereas where I am, it's a little more tenuous, I guess.
Yeah.
So when I worked there, I was a busboy, and I had mentioned to the one guy that was working that day that I liked the clam chowder there. And I guess no other employee liked it. But let's be clear, they had it for a reason, right? Clearly somebody liked it. It wasn't just me.
For Rick.
Right. But I made a comment that I liked it. So the girl who was working the salad bar had brought over their big like metal like thing, for the soup, right? Because it was kind of wrapping up for the end of the day. And there was a fair bit of it left, and I was like, is that still like good? Like no water's been poured in or anything like that? She goes, yeah, why? I'm like, because I'm actually kind of hungry and I like clam chowder. And the one guy's like, well, hold on. He's like, if you're gonna eat it, he's like, you have to do this. He turns around, like he just put a load into the dishwasher. He grabs one of the glass cups and says, if you're gonna eat it, you have to eat it this way. And so like I was like, what, you mean like pour it? He goes, no, you got to dip it in and scoop it out and drink it. And I was like, okay. And I did it. And the girl was like, that's so disgusting. And don't get me wrong, nobody would want to eat it after that because obviously my hand had to get in it in order to do it. But it was going to be disposed of anyway. And so I'm sitting there with this glass, this big of clam chowder, and I'm fucking drinking it. And she's like, "How can you eat that stuff? It smells like socks." I'm like, "I don't care what it smells like. It's good." Right. And the guy's like, "Chowder."
That's fantastic.
And I think about it sometimes, and I'm like, I would do that again because goddamn, my clam chowder is good. Okay, end of story.
I like it. I like good food stories.
Yeah.
We'll have to. Maybe we should just do a food segment every now and then.
We gotta get Silken in here so we can get the international perspective.
Yeah. Yes, we can.
Bro's got the French and French Canadian perspective on that.
See what we're missing out over there.
But don't be talking about what's that shit that Quebec tends to eat.
Oh, it's not the
Poulon or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh, Putin?
Putin, yeah, that shit's
You don't
garbage.
like Putin?
No, it's awful.
Oh, I love Putin. Not
Russian. Poutine, I'm sorry.
Poutine, sorry. Thank you. I always
when you said
Putin.
that, I was like, that doesn't sound right. When I saw him
Poutine,
I
always say Putin. I don't know why, but yeah, Poutine. I do like Poutine.
Not me. I mean, I guess really all it is French fries with gravy and cheese curds.
Cheese curds,
right?
And I there's definitely.
I am not a big cheese curd fan, so that's probably a large reason why.
I'm a pretty big cheese curd fan, and gravy. I love fucking gravy.
I do love gravy.
Damn right. Any type of sauce. I like sauces in general, all that good stuff. Jesus, I could go on. Anyways, so yeah, they had some big releases this week. Like I said, I was playing Sonic Crossworlds. We talked a little bit about that. I love the world in it. I love the different maps and stuff, the characters, going to different places that Sega franchises, and I think the newest franchise that they're going to have is Minecraft, which whatever.
No, the newest
doesn't really do anything for me, but SpongeBob's going to be there.
They announced Mega Man. That would be the newest one, I think.
Mega Man, yeah. Persona, Knights is going to be in there, and there's something else too.
Silk Song. We're going to choose not to address. We're not going to. We are not going to address this question. Yes.
Yeah, has been dead.
I really have not played it almost at all this week.
Yeah. So I've been I played it very briefly while I was away this weekend, but there wasn't enough time that I could just set aside to play it. So I didn't play it, and there was just so many releases out this week that I just and then Borderlands 4 I've been playing a lot of. I'm having a lot of good fun with that.
Actually, Alex and Paul at first were both a little down on it, but I guess the more they've played it, the more they've come around on it.
I really like it. The only thing that I don't like about it so far is the characters are good in it, but they're not as cool as the characters from the last Borderlands. Most of the Borderlands games always have a really cool, a couple cool characters that you can, get along with type of thing. I don't know. These ones are all just very they're there, but nothing else. I mean, Claptrap's there, Moxie's there. God, Moxie's the best. I love Moxie, but yeah, other than that's not yet anyways that I've seen, but gunplay, story, it's so much fun. A lot of fun. I've been playing with some friends here and there, just doing random bosses and stuff to farm gear, and it's a lot of fun. And then I picked up Hades 2 this morning, so I played that a little bit while at work. I know it's not your jam, but
zero interest.
Game is gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. Gameplay is pretty good for me that I like, but yeah, going on to Silent Hill because we both been playing that. What do you got there? Oh, you son of a bitch.
I hate everybody, by the way. The fact that I have this, I hate everybody.
You son of a bitch.
I blame you and I blame Paul because you guys.
It's definitely my fault because I
are the
think I
ones.
sent you the link, right? Because I was like,
you did first. Now
Yeah.
to be clear, I showed restraint when you did, and I did not get it. And then later, a couple days later, Paul sent it again, and unfortunately, that time I couldn't resist. I couldn't avoid the temptation.
I was super
I want to point out. Notice something there.
Oh, it's balls and all.
There, yeah, we got proper horse anatomy, ball and shaft, not just balls. Ball. I didn't even notice it at first, but I have it above
I should
me,
have bought it.
and I looked up to see something. I'm like, wait, is that horse balls? And it is. They actually modeled the ball
shaft above me. Yeah, I almost bought it because I was like, I want the statue, and then plus the season pass for Kingdom Come 2, and I was like, and it was what, like 90, 99?
Something like that, yeah. Which I mean, to be fair, is a steal. I think it was a $300 collector's edition. So
yeah, I was like, damn, and now I'm kind of regret it, but
there's a local game shop around here. I generally might take the copy of the game, and since it's still sealed, and
yeah.
They gave me $50 for it. It's like, all right, then I only paid $50 for the rest of this. That's not.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that because it comes with the game. Yeah,
it comes. Well, obviously it comes with the game, but it also comes with the. But the fact that it's sealed, I'm like, hey, this is the full gold edition, and I think it has a regular barcode on it.
Damn, I could just. Well, shit, I didn't even think about that.
So, I might take it there and just see what I can get for. Like originally, I was gonna be like, all right, I'll just give the code to my one friend who has Kingdom Come.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, hey, here, you might as well make use out of it. But then I'm like, well, if I can get some money out of this,
all right, yeah,
that might be a better way to go.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Shit. Silken in chat. Next gaming purchase for me is a Witcher 3 Elite controller. It is.
Now, do you want to? Now, obviously, I don't have an Elite, but do you want to see what the Witcher controller looks like? Because it looks fucking cool as hell.
Yeah.
The Elite one looks the same. It just is the Elite version. Yeah. But
now, when you got the box for it though? Wasn't it like in like a regular plain ass box, or was it a collector's box?
No, that's the other thing. It's not like a special box. Let's see. Like that is an awesome controller. That is a good design.
It is nice.
And again, this is exactly what the Elite controller would look like, except you would have the extra button and the light.
Yeah.
And the lights. But then you'd also have the back paddle with that. But no, this is a good looking controller. This is I bought the Doom one because I couldn't help myself, and I'll be honest.
Did you get the Doom one?
Oh yeah.
I was just gonna say I thought you weren't a fan of the Doom one.
I don't like it. But I was like, you know what? I want to get it. I like Doom, all that stuff. I love. I actually. With a good, I will say I love the Doom like wrap for the Xbox. That looks good.
That is nice. Yeah.
I don't like the controller, but I got it anyway. But this is genuinely, truly,
it is
a nice looking controller. Like they really did a good job with the design of this one.
How much are the Elites now?
Well, if you get a regular Elite, it also depends. There's like variations you can get. If you get an Elite Core, which is just a controller with nothing special to it, I think it's $130. If it's like another, it's another like $40. It's another like $40 to get the back paddles and replacement sticks. It's like another
$184.
Yeah, if you want the Witcher one though, and you get it with everything, it's like $230.
Ugh.
Because it
is gorgeous though.
The like the special preset designs are like $30 extra, and then for an additional $10. What's cool though is you can still do it even with those special designs. You can get the special engraving. Like remember, I got the customized one that I put my gamer tag on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I mean, credit to Microsoft actually, considering everything they have done wrong in the last 3 years, which has been almost immeasurable amount of doing things wrong. The Design Labs is a cool idea that I just do not know why Sony doesn't do something similar.
Yeah, I wish Sony would. I really do.
And I do like that Microsoft have also started to put like the Witcher thing, like some of the special. That said, when you do that, you are limited in your customization. I think you can still get the engraving on it, but that's about all you can change. You might be able to change the color of the sticks, but that's going to be it. Like almost everything else is preset on it then.
Yeah,
which is understandable. I mean, there's like what you'd be able to change on that. So
yeah, it is pricey, but God, it is gorgeous.
Yes, Silken, I see you saying you might get the normal one. I don't know if it would be the same price now because when I bought it is when they were a limited edition. I think
they have
it
a
was
Ninja Gaiden 4 one too. I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't either. Is it a Design Labs or what is it?
Yeah. Let me see if I can
put it on the screen. I want to see it.
Let's see, where is it?
I will say I don't know if you saw. I posted the video in the Discord of their Ninja Gaiden 4. I mean it was the Master Ninja difficulty, but when I saw that, I'm like, okay, that actually looks much more of like what I want a Ninja Gaiden to look like. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's
how the hell is that even Ninja Gaiden 4? Like I guess
one side
like
is Ninja Turtles more than anything.
Yeah. I guess one side's supposed to be Ryu and it's two katanas. Okay, now I see it.
Yeah. I still don't.
So actually, it's more Yakumo than it is.
Yeah, I'm still but that's gorgeous.
That's awesome looking.
You. How about Call of Duty? You want Call of Duty?
No, that actually, to be honest with you, that's not a bad design. That Fallout.
It's not terrible. If it
that's genuinely not bad. But
no,
that's not good at all. Yeah, that's not good at all. I don't think.
No, and then the Doom Elite ones.
Well, if you remember, I liked the Elite more than I liked the regular one. But I was like, I don't need another Elite, and now I'm like, maybe that is what I should have just bought.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I do love that Witcher one. It's gorgeous. Yeah, the Ninja Gaiden one, definitely a pass.
Yeah, that's a little disappointing considering some of the cool stuff you could do with that. That's kind
of what controller disappointed the hell out of me, but also glad that it did was the Ghost of Yotai one. It's just awful.
Yeah, but it's better.
I do not like
goddamn new God of War one. That new God of War one's.
Oh, I don't like
what
that.
What were they thinking?
Either.
Meanwhile,
with the red stripe.
The Ragnarok one is awesome. I have it back. I still have it in my pile of controllers behind me. Like, it has Skull and Hati on it, and it looks so good. Like that is a good design.
The Helldivers controller is super cool for the PlayStation.
I have that one,
and I really, really want the Hogwarts one, but that's not going to happen.
That one was impossible to get. Yeah, I always did like that one, but they made that one so insanely.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, like it sold out in like seconds.
Yeah, I do have the Death Stranding one, and I do like that one.
I have that as well. But behind me in my pile of controllers over there. Sorry.
I hate that I have gotten onto the collect controller train, which I definitely have.
I have a Spider-Man 2 one. I have I have Ragnarok. I have Death Stranding. I have Astrobot. I have Helldivers. I have a whatever it is, 35th anniversary or whatever year it is, 25th, whatever year it is.
Yeah.
Which that's by far the most valuable one in the whole stack. I have just a regular black one that'll be the next one that I use at some point. I know I have another one or two in there too, but I gotta start finding space to put shit because I don't have anywhere to put it.
I know, it's crazy. Too much stuff.
Like if I had more wall space, what would be cool is I forget their name, but there's this company that I follow on Twitter who actually make they do like woodworking and they make specifically like controller mounts. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, and I actually would get a bunch of them. They'd be expensive though because they're probably like $50 or $60 a piece. But I would actually like line them up on my wall because they look cool, but that would get pricey, and I don't have the wall space for that many anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. What was we? Silent Hill, because I know you got Silent Hill. I did get Silent Hill. I ended up going to Walmart and getting it, and I'm just gonna return my copy to Amazon because I wasn't waiting. How much time have you gotten into it?
Not much, because I decided I was going to go back to finish 2 remake before I played much more of F. Because it occurred to me I hadn't finished that. And I'm like, man, no, I
thought you had.
I finished the original Silent Hill 2. I just did not finish the remake. And I thought about it. I was like, actually, I'd forgotten. I was like, you know what? I never did finish that. I need to go back and do that.
It's so good.
I'm in Lakeview Hotel, so I mean, I'm getting there. I'm pretty far.
Yeah, you're not too far.
Yeah.
Silent Hill F. I think I'm only in like 2 hours. I didn't get to play it too much last night, and I was gonna play it before here, but
Alex finished it not last night. He finished it the night before on stream. He said it took him about 9 hours, but it's another one of the games that actually I believe you have to play it twice to get get out after.
Yeah, and
but also it has multiple endings beyond that anyway.
People were complaining about that today. I was seeing a lot of TikToks that were complaining about the length of Silent Hill, and it's like, oh, it's between 9 and 12 hours. And I'm like, most horror games are
most of them
much.
were. Resident Evil 4 was kind of the one that changed that, but
yeah. And another one, just randomly thinking, Alien Isolation was pretty long too.
Alien Isolation was
that was almost a little bit too long. As even though I loved that game,
most of the complaints about it are that it was too long, and the second half is quite long actually.
But yeah, with Silent Hill, there's supposed to be multiple playthroughs, collecting, blah 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 blah. So, I'm only 2 hours in. I had messaged you with the shimmering on Pisser at the start was
it is bad. They got to fix it, but you can see what I mean. It doesn't.
It goes away.
Yeah, it doesn't take long till you don't even have
vegetation
like that to worry about anymore.
No, and then it's pretty much fine. I did have I think I was telling you I had ghosting with her hair, but that was only when there was a tree nearby. So it was with
I have a very important question for you.
Okay, no, I already know what it is, and don't even disrespect me like that.
All right, then answer it before I ask it.
Yes, I'm playing in Japanese.
Okay, good. Yeah, that was the question. That was my question.
How dare you, sir?
Alex played it in English, and when he had his stream on, I was like, man, considering I'm playing it in Japanese, because I was playing it at the same time. I wasn't watching his stream, but I had it up, to give him the view and all that stuff. And I was like, man, this sounds so off in English to me.
It
so badly.
So I started out in Japanese because I knew that's what I was going to play it in. And I was like, I'm going to just see what it's like in English. And it's okay, but the English track doesn't line up
with the voice act or with the lip syncing at all. Yes.
Yeah,
I noticed that when he was playing. I was like, that alone would make me play it in Japanese.
Oh yeah. So I think I did it for 20 minutes. But I'm like, okay, we're done here.
The big thing for me specifically was it's not that is it Hinako? Is that her name?
Yeah,
something like that. Her voice actor is okay in English. However, being as that it is supposed to be a Japanese girl, she doesn't quite have the right inflections like a Japanese voice actress does. So it's a Japanese girl in the 60s. She's supposed to sound timid and reserved and conservative and I'm not saying that she doesn't have any of that in English, but it's kind of lost in the English. And I want to be clear here. I am not a fucking anime weirdo that has to watch everything in subs. The only things I truly will play only in Japanese is Yakuza. I will not play those in English, especially because Yang Ye sucks as Kiryu. When they did the whatever show it was, when they had the very quick reveal of the voice cast, I immediately said, I was like, that doesn't sound right to me, so I am gonna go Japanese. And I right off the bat, I was happy I did. And a couple of things here or there, but for example, Persona, I played it in English. So
Persona I play in English.
Yeah. Yep. I'll be honest, I think English is the track they intend.
I think
anyway.
So too.
So I'm not oh, it has to be in Japanese. I just this did not sound right. This did not sound right in English to me. Walking around a traditional Japanese village and hearing them speak English just didn't really work.
Then with the track being completely there's one of the side characters, her friend there, Sakuka,
I think is her name.
Yeah, her English track is way off.
That's okay because she has about 4 lines of dialogue. So I'm getting there, soaking it. Don't worry.
We're getting there. Because that's going to be under announcements. Spoiler, she's not around for too long. But it is literally the 60s dubs. Her mouth is still moving.
Yeah.
And there's no words coming out or it's just awful. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm about 2 hours in. So far I like the village. The village is really cool looking. I think it looks good on the PS5. I understand their complaints, but I still think it looks good. It runs fine.
It runs very well. I will say, watching Alex's stream, I did tell him, I mean, because he was playing it on his Slim, I believe. I did say, I was like, this is impressive that it looks
Oh,
it
okay.
runs like this on a base PS5.
Yeah.
But I did say, I was like, even aside from the shimmering though, there is a marked visual or image quality improvement on the Pro. Because I had said, like, considering what I had been looking at, and I understand it's also on stream, so you might lose some that way.
Yeah.
But I was like, this looks a good bit fuzzier than it does on Pro, where it looks very sharp and crisp. But they gotta fix that damn grass. They have to.
Dude,
I'm
so glad that the grass went away, because literally the first scene that you can actually play,
it's
and
very
like,
distracting.
It is
like, very distracting.
I texted you immediately, and I'm like, Jesus,
because I had seen the Digital Foundry thing, and I was like, well, that's a bummer, but the reality is that's not that big of a deal. And then I saw it, I'm like, no, that actually is very distracting. After all. It's not like it only shimmers when you look at it a certain way. Like if you stop and let the camera be steady, it still flickers the whole time.
And it's not even like it's like, oh, I'm looking for it because I'm a graphics snob. Like, there is no way you're missing this.
Yeah,
there's no
you're just, it's so persistent that your eye picks it up right away. And it's like you said, it's not being a graphical snob thing. It's just
it's there in your face.
You cannot help but see it because it's so obvious.
It is. So I like the world so far. The enemies are cool. I've only run into a few.
I did hear that unfortunately the enemy variety is not great, but the enemy design is quite good. That was something leading into it. That was something leading into it I was a little concerned about, since they went with such a different approach for Silent Hill, and it not being the typical kind of, I mean, those first enemies were clearly, modeled after the mannequins and stuff like that.
Right.
But prior to seeing those, I was like, the fact that everything is like the red, like fungus / roses and all that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, man, I don't know if this will feel like Silent Hill. And as of now, I'm not actually sure it does feel like Silent Hill, but it still works. It actually, what it feels like is Siren. Hogue pointed that out on Bitcast this week, and I was like, I didn't make that connection, and he is spot on. That's actually exactly what it reminds me of.
Because if you took the fog out, and that first character was very nurse-like type of thing, or the enemy, it could be a completely different game, and you wouldn't know it was related to Silent Hill.
Right.
As of now, I don't know if further in it gets related more type of thing. I
know. I will say, and not to just keep harping on what he said, but Alex is kind of the most direct, contact I have on it. He did like the story. He said the ending actually he really liked, because it I guess it gets really fucked up really late.
I have heard it gets messed up.
Like he said for a while he was like, this is good, but it's not really doing the whole Silent Hill like crazy psychological thing. He said the ending it gets really fucked up late.
Nice.
So that's good to hear. On X Button when we were doing it yesterday, I had said I noticed something right off the bat that I think was supposed to be a subtle hint of a, shall we call it, a personal demon, and he made a little gesture which told me that I was, if not outright correct, I was on the right path. I can tell you, I won't say it here, but if you want me to say it after the thing to you, what I noticed, it's not super subtle, but if you're not paying attention, you might not pick up on that. That's what it's supposed to be.
All right.
Like you've seen already what I'm talking about, because you see it at the very beginning. No, I'm sorry, not the very beginning. You see it very, very, very early though. Yeah. I'll just say, no, I won't say anything. I'll just tell you about it later. Or here, I'll send it to in the private chat.
The only other thing I really wasn't liking at first, and I'm still not a huge fan of, is the combat. It does feel a little weak.
It seems a little simplistic, but
simplistic. It's a little off. Like I've noticed, like when you slow down to hit, sometimes you'll feel the thud of hitting, and you're like whatever you're hitting with isn't even made contact yet with the enemy. But now, after playing it a little bit and it took me, I had to look up a YouTube video because they didn't explain it for shit. At least for me anyways, maybe I'm just a little bit slow. of the countering, like when to counter.
The
it's when they like shimmer red or whatever.
Well, they have like a red out. They have a red outline around them. Yeah.
But the way when I read it, it didn't really. I don't know. It didn't for me. I didn't get it.
Yeah, the what you call it, the training or whatever, didn't do a great job of saying what you're looking for. Because I tried it using the focus mode and I couldn't figure out what it was either. And then I lucked out and it did an attack right after. And I saw the red thing and I was like, oh, that's what I'm looking for. And I've pretty easily been able to counter ever since.
Yeah, it makes things a lot easier. But yeah, the combat's it's there so far. That's pretty much it's there. Mm-hmm. I did find it hilarious after the first enemy. I immediately got a thing. I was like in a hiding area. The enemy didn't see me, and I got the tutorial that said if you lose sight of your enemy, they won't find you. And so I was like, okay, clicked past it, and I'm in a hiding area. The enemy can't see me, and as soon as I click off of it, the enemy just like looks straight at me and comes towards me as I'm like behind a wall, and I'm just peeking with the camera, and I'm like, so you lied to me. I definitely it's not a bad game at all. I'm like I said, only 2 hours. I'm definitely excited to get into it deeper to see if it's more Silent Hill or not.
Yeah, he said if he was to score it, he would probably go about an 8. And I'm like, well, that's a pretty good score for what is ostensibly a major departure for the series. It was kind of an attempt to bring it back almost as an offshoot as opposed to a primary entry.
Right.
Like, remember, they didn't put a number on it, so it's not meant to be Silent Hill 5.
Right.
It's meant to be like almost like a side story.
Right.
Plus you're not actually in Silent Hill, so
yeah, that too. There's a whole different time period, everything. I did notice on TikTok, a few other social threads, a lot of people pissed off at GameStop. A lot of people, because of course over the Steelbook, which now, to be fair to GameStop, they did announce when it came out, like, these are limited quantities. But I guess there were like stores that only got like 2, 5. It was very random.
I'm quick to blame GameStop for everything. This is one thing that might have actually been out of their control because they were probably given a very limited allotment by Konami and had to just kind of distribute them from there. And then when that happens, when they tend to get something like this, where it's not a built-in pre-order, like packaged together,
right.
And they don't have like spares to go around, which clearly they didn't have enough to cover all pre-orders or anything like that. A lot of times, what they do is they do exactly what you mentioned, which is if you order online, you still have to go into the store to get it, which, because they want. Or I shouldn't say they want. The idea is they're making it so that just because you order online doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get it. You have to kind of luck into getting one, and it sucks. What I had happened with I have a Metroid Prime trilogy poster that was I worked at GameStop at the time, but I was also getting Metroid Prime. Like I didn't just take it, but it was actually kind of it was hard to get because most GameStops did not get very many of them, and so that kind of thing does happen, unfortunately, and it sucks.
Yeah, it does, and like I said, they did say right out of the gate that there wouldn't be many. So, but it was just funny to see people like really pissed off about it, and they're like, I haven't pre-ordered a game physical for like years, and this is the first time I do it, and I still get screwed over, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, but yeah, excited for Silent Hill and the future of it. I'm glad Konami's coming back, type of thing.
Konami back in general. That's 3 games in a year, and every one of them has been at least very good.
Yeah, yep. And then
2 remakes, to be fair, but nevertheless,
Yep. And then
and also speaking of Konami, as I mentioned to you, credit to Alex, because he was one that posted the news about this. I actually would not have seen it. In some random panel they did during TGS, they did confirm that they are and have been for some time working on Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2. So finally, the time might be that Metal Gear Solid 4 will be available somewhere other than PS3.
It's so ridiculous. And I'm surprised because you had mentioned it to me last night because I hadn't heard a damn thing about it. And then today, just while doom scrolling, I saw one person post about it on Threads, and I was like, what like why isn't this bigger news? Like, this is huge. Metal Gear Solid 4 possibly coming out of the
because
PS3.
first of all, it was I don't think it was a big panel. It was kind of small,
just like a tiny thing.
And it wasn't one where they had like a translator there. It was only in Japanese. Which I mean, some of that is too. I'm not saying they have translators for everything like that, but this did seem to be like this tiny little panel they didn't really advertise much about. So I don't think too many people knew about it. I don't even know who it was that had first posted this.
Yeah.
That Alex had seen the thing. But yeah, no, I'm very glad to hear that, because there is some bizarre revisionist history about Metal Gear Solid 4 that it isn't very good, and those people are idiots.
I thought it was great.
I love Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It has its issues. It definitely is very front loaded in gameplay and back loaded in cutscenes. But if you're a Metal Gear fan, that was
yeah, it's definitely good. And it just should not be
as great as the gameplay is. You were playing that for the resolution to a 30-year story.
Right.
I guess 30 if you count the old Metal Gears.
Yep.
But a 1998 to 2009, I don't remember what year it was that came out. Story, like,
but yeah, just getting it off the PS3, it's ridiculous that there's been no way to play 4, and it's just so stupid.
No legitimate way. There's been
not to the masses type of thing, but Silkenet had mentioned in chat, these people really don't order on limited run. Yes. So I want to complain.
Speaking of limited run, and you go ahead. Actually, I'm going to bring up a little something while you're
go ahead while I deal with this moth that's trying to get into my computer. Get out of here, you son of a bitch.
Actually, no, I won't. Never mind. I won't have the visual aid, but that's fine. I can still tell you about it.
I was to give your address and everything.
No, it's not that.
So the first time I ordered from limited run, how do I start this? Let's just start with saying limited run probably is the most love-hate relationship I've ever had with gaming. Probably
it's straight up hate for me at this point. Like I have very little love for them.
Yeah. So the first thing I ordered from them was Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Of all of the ones to do without, that was probably the most egregious one.
That was the first thing I did, because it was a huge collection for the Switch, and I was like, yeah, that'll be great. And I didn't know anything about limited run. I ordered that, and literally 2 years it took me to get that, which I was like, this is ridiculous. Never ordered from them again. And then I always hear horror stories of people getting it's late. It'll ship in 6 months, whatever. So I recently ordered the Trails of Sky first chapter on the Switch because
emphasize
I had the steelbook, and because there was only 500 or 5,000. I think it was 5,000.
5,000, yeah.
So I was like, I'll order this, because I was dumb, and it said it'll be released between September 19th and September 30th. And of course, on September 19th, the launch day, we get an email saying, oh, we didn't get our supplies. Not sure when it's going to come, but it's coming, basically. And it's like, cool, you guys knew goddamn well way before the 19th that this wasn't going to be shipped anywhere near the 19th. And then we recently got an email, I think it was yesterday. I sent you that.
It was.
Where it's like, oh, we got the stuff over here. Now it's just going to be an assembling, and
so a couple things about this. So first of all, to be clear, on this one, limited run is not actually to blame. It was Clear River Games that dropped the ball. However, limited run deserve zero benefit of the doubt on anything like this anymore. Because they have burned that bridge and fucking threw fucking kerosene on it. On top of that, that being said, limited run there's no way they did not know this was going to be an issue prior to launch. They chose to be quiet. Then I saw what you sent me, and then Joe had also sent the same one, because he's still with the same thing. Did you notice something about that message yesterday? That email?
Oh no, because I was seething. So I probably missed something.
What was their primary point that they seem to be pointing out in that?
that they're not that you can't cancel orders or whatever.
No. I mean that is true, but no. Their big focus on that was trying to say this isn't our fault.
Oh, it was definitely passing the buck.
That's all it was.
Definitely
it was trying to say this isn't our fault. And I don't remember if I said this to you, but I did say it to Joe. I was like, you do notice how they also, a real company would have said, unfortunately, we still don't have a date for this.
Right.
We're going to keep the conversation. However, under the circumstances, when this stuff is ready, we are going to upgrade everybody to expedited shipping. Nope.
Oh yeah, of course. Nope.
They
You'll
didn't
get it maybe whenever, and you will get it.
So make no mistake. If these were ready to ship today, they are still going to ship via their garbage fucking DHL.
Yep.
So truthfully, like I'm not even joking, it is still going to be another week and a half until you get it, and that is after. Now I don't know if this changes based on where you are in the country, but you're already paying like $8 shipping to ship a 1 pound fucking package.
Yep.
Through the slowest logistics company that has ever existed in the United States.
I don't know how they're still
keep
still open.
Fucking using them because I guarantee you they get a better price from it.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I guarantee you, like as somebody who does deal with sending UPS pack, or at least I did.
Oh yeah, right.
I see what companies pay, and make no mistake, Limited Run sends more UPSs than my company ever sent. So I guess they definitely would get a better price on this stuff. Make no mistake, what they're charging for UPS or for shipping rather to DHL, not UPS, not FedEx, they are making money off of what they're shipping.
Oh, I'm
because
sure.
they are using a garbage company that is much slower, much less reliable. Has a significant. If you ever watch the tracking, I mean, everybody that knows on DHL, if it's shipping out of North Carolina and going to Pennsylvania, it goes to California first.
Yep.
Then it goes to like fucking Minnesota, then Tennessee, then to New York, then to Ohio, then to Pennsylvania. Yep. Like and I am not in any way, shape, or form being hyperbolic. That is their fucking transit system.
It is. I had
UPS, if it's coming from North Carolina, it would go like North Carolina to like maybe Virginia, then to Pennsylvania. It's DHL is terrible.
It's awful. I ordered.
So there's no way they're charging the same that UPS is, and Limited Run is charging you higher shipping costs than what UPS is to ship.
I think it was Play Asia or something,
and
they deliver.
But Play Asia also has to ship internationally, so
which is fine. But I remember, like you said, I watched it. It arrived in like Massachusetts, and then it went off to like somewhere like Midwest.
Yeah, it literally went 1,000 miles away from you. I'm like, it was probably 200 miles from you to begin with. Yes. Then it went 1,000 miles away just to come back.
Yeah, it's just they're the worst.
I can't emphasize this enough that Limited Run is a truly despicable company at this point. They really honestly are.
Because I love what they do, or like I like their product, like the Yakuza series that they do. That I like.
Speaking of Yakuza, it's funny you say that.
That's why I might have brought it up.
Well, I'm not saying that as a segue.
No.
Yeah, here's my visual aid. I'm trying to get here.
Yeah,
I can't get it where it's not fuzzy. All right.
Yeah, but it's all your orders.
This. That's it. Okay, just those. Those are all from 9/15, which would have been about a week and a half ago. Every one of them is purple dot saying new estimated ship date for your Yakuza games. So that is all 5. And actually by 5, it is 6 because Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami were ordered together. They put those up together initially.
Yeah.
Every one of them, they delayed by 2 to 3 months.
Jesus Christ.
And the sad part is, and here's the issue, this is not a one-off situation. I have literally never had an order that you pre-ordered, not something they maybe had in stock. I have never had a single thing that I ordered from Limited Run Games that didn't get delayed. Never one.
The only time I've seen it not delayed and I was completely baffled that it wasn't was Luke from over on XEP ordered the one of the Star Wars Limited Run pre-orders where you got Cal's lightsaber and everything. And I'm pretty sure you and me were like, don't order from there because you're not going to get it.
To be clear, his limited run content would have been delayed. However, that was one of those cases like what they did with Dead Space, where they had a regular copy of the game that they didn't print.
Oh, so he got the game.
He would have gotten, I think. He would have to tell you for sure. But a lot of times that's how they did that. And actually, I'm glad you said that because that's another. If you're watching, Joe, there's another one. But anyway, I'll explain that to you later. Like with Dead Space. Limited Run did not print copies of the Dead Space physical edition. What they did was they distributed the collector's edition content. So they shipped the regular version of the game whenever, and then the collector's edition content. And it's funny we say that because here's another example of this. A little game came out, I believe it was the beginning of this month, called Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Right? Yep. In the West, goddamn Limited Run was the distributor. However, they did not actually make the regular the standard copy. They just did the collector's edition stuff. I ordered the whatever it's called, like the classic edition or whatever. And so the idea of this was they were going to ship the regular copy of the game without the classic edition content, right? The different case and steelbook and all that stuff.
Right.
They were going to ship the regular copy of the game as soon as it was available, and then that other stuff it ships a few months later,
which is fine.
I'm like, yeah, that's fine. At that point, if it takes a year, I don't care. But the estimated ship date of Shinobi was, I believe, September. I'm sorry, it was August, not September. It was August. It was like August 19th to August 26th. It is September 26th, and it still has not shipped.
And that's what kind of made me mad about Trails. I was like, I want the extra stuff, but just ship me the game. Ship me the game because I know it. I know you've got it. I know you've got that.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if they were a real retailer with real customer service, which to be very clearly they are not, their customer service is some of the worst I've ever dealt with. Mm-hmm. If you were to email their customer service with the most normal inquiry ever, you get an automated response saying, we'll get back to you within 3 days.
Yeah.
And make no mistake, it takes 3 days to get an answer. It's not within, it's around 3 days. So I'm going to look something up real quick while we're doing here. I'm going to see what the status is of Shinobi for me here. My orders. Yeah,
I tried looking up any more information on, and I think because they usually don't, well, maybe they do.
Shipping August 24th to 31st.
There you go.
We're a little past that, guys.
Yeah, just a little bit. Because I haven't ordered anything. So, like you said with the Yakuza and stuff, do you usually get emails saying like, "Oh, it's delayed. It's blah blah blah."
Well, you do now. You didn't used to.
I think
they used to be fucking dead silent about it.
A lot. Yeah, because I never got anything when I ordered Star Wars.
Within the last maybe year is when they started partnering with that Purple Dot company, and they're the ones that send the automated email. Limited Run, they wouldn't say a word. It'd be months after they said it would ship, and it wouldn't have shipped yet.
Yeah, I didn't hear a peep for that Star Wars for like 2 years. I didn't hear a goddamn thing. And then I know a lot of people are pissed off about the Trails, so I was wondering if that was why. But if they have been sending emails, I guess that's. But I haven't ordered anything from them. There's been plenty of things I want to order, but just because I don't want to go through this process with them.
Yeah, I mean, I can't stress this enough at this point that there is zero accountability at Limited Run Games for how they operate. There's zero accountability, and it's so clear. And the reality is, it's a shame. Because they were supposed to be the ones that would be the bastion for where you could still go to get physical releases when everyone goes digital only, and they have become such a fucking horrible steward of it that it's like I'd almost rather they not have an option for a lot of this stuff physically because Limited Run is such a fucking bunch of dickheads.
Yeah, because I really want the Star Ocean First Departure Steelbook from them, but I'm like No, because I'll forget about Star Ocean by the time I fucking get it.
No.
Which sucks. It sucks. But
speaking of Yakuza, back to Yakuza.
Yes.
As Silken it said here, it was rumored and very much leaked beforehand. Although actually not entirely. But got good news. that Yakuza
Super good news.
there will be a Yakuza Kiwami 3, which will be a remake of 3.
Yeah, and with a little add-on stuff too.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
If you don't mind, I'm kind of the Yakuza guy.
No, go right ahead.
So I'd like to flex the muscles a little bit. Now Yakuza 3 specifically kind of gets a little bit of a bad rap because it does have a notoriously slow opening. However, if you play Yakuza 3, that opening is what makes that game particularly special because it does such a important role of characterizing where Kiryu is at this point in his life. That he's just a dude who is trying to get away from his Yakuza connections. Or not connections, because he still remains friends with a lot of them. But he is trying to put his Yakuza past entirely behind him and just move on. He as a previous orphan himself, he takes over the Sunshine Orphanage and is running it with all the kids, including Haruka, right? And just trying to be a good man and a good beacon of positivity in his community or whatever. However, like always, that past just keeps chasing him. It just keeps wrapping him up, and the orphanage against his will gets wrapped up in it. I mean, that's resolved fairly early in the game, but it does such, in my opinion, of every game in the series, I believe 3 might have the best personal characterization of Kiryu. I really truly do.
It's been a long time since I played it, but I think you're right from what I remember.
The first one is him obviously as a young man and then going to jail and trying to reacclimate to the new world as well, see what's going on. The second one is him kind of unwillingly being a foot soldier once again for the Tojo because of what's going on with the war with the Omi. 0 isn't really, even though he's half the game, it's way more Majima's story than it is his story, right? 3 though is the one where it's like, hey, we really want to show this dude is he might be a career criminal, but he's a good man, and he is a man with a genuine honestly, here's how I describe it. He is the Geralt Rivia of Yakuza, right?
That's pretty good way of putting it.
He has these very strong moral standards that he adheres to, no matter what he's told to do, no matter what his I don't think he ever was sent on hits and stuff. Obviously, people end up dying from him, from what happens in them. But it's not like he's trying to really kill anybody, and he's genuinely just trying to protect the people that he cares about the whole time. And I love 3. I know people have issues with how slow it is, but I love the fact that it genuinely makes him out to be such a good dude that you really like to it's the game that, as good of a character as he was before, specifically skyrockets him to being one of gaming's all-time great protagonists, I think.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
And then on top of that, and this was the part that did not leak, and this is cool, Kiwami 3 will launch included with it a another Ninja, or not Ninja Gaiden, another Yakuza Gaiden style game called.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Is it Dark Ties? Is that the name of it?
I think it's Dark Ties. Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay, where you play as Mine, who is kind of the. I keep reading primary antagonist. The reality is the primary antagonist of Yakuza 3 doesn't show up until towards the very end of the game, just like they always do in Yakuza. But Mine is kind of the antagonist through much of the game, and it kind of shows his backstory and how he evidently came into the Yakuza and became I believe he started as a foot soldier for the Nishikiyama family before he became a boss for one of the other families. I forget which one. Actually, it may still in Nishikiyama. I can't remember since obviously Nishiki's not in it anymore. So that's very cool. It looks good. Today they released a video of how the combat will be in this. I actually have not watched that, so I haven't seen it. But I do know Kiryu has 2 combat styles in this, so it's not just a straight Yakuza 3.
Okay.
Yakuza 3 was before they switched to the multi-style system.
Right.
So he'll have what I assume is probably Dragon of Dojima style, and then he has something else that is, I guess it's very heavy. It's very weapon focused. He has 8 different weapons. So that'll be cool. Very, very much looking forward to that. I imagine it's the
definitely.
Dragon Engine again. I mean, they seem to be going with the Dragon Engine for almost
Yep.
everything, and I do like that. It's cool getting in a fight and being able to like spill over into like a convenience store and throw people up against
it's definitely awesome.
The racks and stuff.
And while it's cool, but I don't need it, but I'm going to buy it anyways, is the 20th anniversary edition.
Yeah, I've been watching to see when it goes up on Amazon. It's
up on pre-order in other countries.
Is it really? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Germany, UK.
On Amazon or where at?
I'm not sure where. I just know they're up for already on pre-order over there. But it's the 20th anniversary edition, which comes with the Director's Cut 0, Kiwami 1 and 2, and a steelbook.
Do we know how much it costs? I mean, obviously, I realize that's going to be in euros and stuff like that. But what's the rough equivalency? I wonder if they're going to charge $60 for this or $130.
I'm thinking because it's 1 and 2 and Director's Cut 0. I'm thinking 60. I'm thinking.
I think 60 would be a fair asking price for that.
I think that's fine.
Well, no, you know what?
The thing is I own all of them already, but I'm going to buy it because the steel.
I can't imagine it's going to be 60 because Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, I think it's 50.
It's yeah.
So I'll bet this is bare minimum.
Maybe it's at like 99.
Yeah, I'll bet you it's 80 or 100. Yeah.
Which I'm going to get it, even though I own them already in a case, in the red collection case, and then I own them by themselves.
I have
Direct 0 on the Switch.
I think I've mentioned this to you in the past, but I don't know. Years ago, many, many years back, when I was one of the few Yakuza fans in the West, and constantly praying that they would come over, and they never did until 3 did, and then everything kind of opened from there.
Yeah,
I vowed it a long time ago that I would buy Yakuza anytime it came to the West. I mean, I have zero interest.
Same way.
I have zero interest in Hawaii Pirate, and I bought it anyway.
Yeah.
I still have not played Infinite Wealth. Bought it anyway because I vowed that's heresy. Rebirth.
It's so good.
Rebirth. Anyway, I vowed that I would buy any Yakuza release. I bought Dead Souls, and Dead Souls sucked, but I still bought it. So I basically I have bought just about. I mean, I haven't bought like the Xbox versions, so I don't want to sound like that. But basically, I have bought every run that they have made of a PlayStation release of any version of Yakuza. Like I bought Yakuza 1 and 2 back on PS2. That's right. Like I said, I'm an old school Yakuza fan. So all you young whippersnappers out there that are trying to tell me why Ichiban's better, you don't know what you're talking about. I was there from the beginning. Ichiban is garbage in comparison. He's an okay character. Kiryu is much better. But anyway, Yakuza 3, I bought, and then I bought the HD or whatever they were called when they released that red box you mentioned. I bought all 7 of the fucking limited run games things, which we'll probably have the next full-line Yakuza game before we get those, but I did buy them anyway. And I'm going to buy this, even though I will probably... I love Kiwami 2, so there's a chance I could play that. I probably won't play Kiwami 1 again. And I loved 0. I don't know if I want to play that again, because that one actually was pretty long. Like, Kiwami 1 was not overly long. 0 was
Zero's long. Zero is like a full RPG length.
Yeah. 0 was probably 50 to 60 hours long, whereas Kiwami was like 30 if you did a lot of side quests.
It's long.
But and I know Infinite Wealth is insanely long at that. So I don't know. I guess it depends if that Director's Cut like multiplayer mode is available right off the start. I might mess with that. But I just
should be available right off the bat.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you had unlocked it or if it was locked.
It's like right off the bat.
Okay, even though I would like to see the new cutscenes, I don't know if I would recognize when they were a new scene anyway, because it has been a few years since I played 0. And again, I'm not dogging on 0. 0 is an amazing game. I just don't know if I want to play through it again.
Exactly.
But I will play through Kiwami 3. I actually never finished Yakuza 3, not by my own doing though. I got very, very close to the end of the game, and my fucking PS3 yellow light to death. And that was before PS3 had cloud saves. So I lost like 65 hours a game. And
Yeah.
I was like, I can't fucking do that again.
Yep.
But I will not. Like I know how it ends. I did play some of 4, so I saw the recap. And like I know if you know what Blue Monday means, I know what that is and all that stuff. So I was pretty far through the game. I never did quite finish it because of that, unfortunately. But I love Yakuza 3. I really do. So I'm so excited to see. And
there's the combat. Okay.
You know, Kamurocho is a little boring at this point because we've seen it so many times. But it'll be cool to see how Okinawa looks in Kiwami because you know Okinawa is like almost like vacation. Well, sorry, in that where you are in that it's like vacationist. Okinawa itself is actually a rather traditional area of Japan, but like where you are is actually even I think it mentions in Yakuza 3 that a major thing is they're trying to get the U.S. military base closed, which has been a real issue in Okinawa for decades.
For a long time now.
They want the U.S. military base closed, but
Yep.
so that is near a very like paradise style vacation spot in Okinawa. So I'm very excited to see how that will all look. That'll be very, very cool, I think.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Just like I said, anything Yakuza, and I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm just glad that we get more of it.
I'm a lifer at this point. That said, it is fairly big in the West now, so I don't think there's really any fear anymore of
I think we're good now, thankfully.
But I mean, no joke though, there was a time you genuinely had like I wanted Yakuza 3 so bad for so long. Yeah, and we got it like 5 years after it actually released.
Oh, it was crazy.
And when we got it, if you remember, now this didn't bother me, but it did bother some people. There was a fair bit of content that actually was removed from the Western version of Yakuza 3.
Oh, so, was there? I didn't even realize.
Like not censored. It was not censored stuff.
Just removed stuff.
But it was stuff that they didn't think made a whole lot of sense to translate. Like I guess one thing was like there was this big, not a side quest per se, but something along those lines of a Japanese like history quiz game in it or something like that, and they figured and it's like I mean, what good would that be for most Westerners, right?
Right.
And there was a lot more because actually 3 was the most egregiously reduced version in the West. 4 had a bit taken out, but it wasn't as bad, and 5 I think actually was a pretty close 1-to-1. I think they did like that was a big thing about 5 is when they brought it over. Is it pretty? Or maybe that was 6. Either 5 or 6, it's like, hey, we're not actually taking anything out this time. We're translating everything. But it took a while to get to that point. And then obviously now the Kiwamis, they have all been complete, 1-to-1 features.
Yeah.
So I imagine that'll be the case here as well. That outside of actually, I guess the Japanese version will probably also have English options. So it'll probably be the same version released in both places.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm excited. More Yakuza is always a good thing.
And there's one real thing I do want to say. So Silking It, I get that, and I totally understand, especially with 3, because when you consider the Kiwamis, 3 is now by far the oldest game, right? Not counting Kiwami, of course. I shouldn't say if. When you push your way through 3, I would still give 4 a go at it, because while it still has the non-Dragon Engine combat, it's a little better since you're playing as different characters that time. 4 is the one where you play as 4 different protagonists, and one of which is Kiryu, but I believe he's actually the last one you play as. Each one of them has completely different fighting styles. You actually start as a guy named Akiyama, I think is his name, and he's actually a lot of fun to play because he uses almost like a kickboxing combat style. Did you ever play that one or no?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were... Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, is Akiyama, is that his name? It's something like that. And actually, he's such a good character. I liked him a lot. He's the first one you play as in 4.
I'm going to have to look it up because I can't remember.
It's Akiyama, then Saejima, who his story is all more dealing with Majima in the past, if you remember. Then Tanamaru or something like that, the corrupt detective, and then Kiryu is the 4th one you play as.
Yeah. Saejima. Yeah, and then Akiyama, Tenemura,
that's it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Those were the 4 protagonists.
Yeah, and then Kiryu being the 4th one, right? each one of them does play. That you still don't have multiple combat styles like you do in Zero, but each one of them plays different enough that it feels like you have multiple combat styles.
Mm-hmm.
So, either way, just a suggestion to maybe give it a try.
You have to keep playing them to get to 6 so you can see beat Takeshi in a video game. So, because he's
really, I actually never played 6 because I didn't go that far through it. I owned it, but I never played that far through it.
Yeah.
So beat Takeshi in that game, really?
Yeah, love beat Takeshi.
He's the guy who intentionally made games that were bad, right? Wasn't that him?
No, that's Yui Bowl, right? Is that who you're thinking of? Beat Takeshi is a Japanese actor.
Yui Bowl is a movie director. No, I'm saying somebody made games that were intentionally bad.
Oh no, not him. No, he's just a Japanese actor he's just phenomenal. I love him as an actor, so it's just cool to see him in this.
I think you're wrong. I think this is who I'm thinking of. Keep talking. I'll look into it.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Yakuza. What else?
I don't know. That was the guy from Takeshi's Castle, or what?
Yes, yeah, and
which obviously we know as what the hell did we know it as?
I can't remember what it was called over here.
Yeah, like
it was called
Ultimate Challenge or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Over in England, it was something. It was called Takeshi's Castle in England as well.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, the England version was great because of the voiceover they had over in England was very no holds bar, like being very rude to the players and stuff. It was pretty good.
Isn't that what we saw? I mean, I remember them like calling the girls.
They were bashing them pretty good, but if you had said some of the things over in England over here, you'd probably be arrested type of thing.
Oh, okay.
They were like no holds barred. I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it was pretty good. Let's see. The other big thing this week was Sony's State of Play. We finally got to see Wolverine.
Yes. So not to cut you off, Takeshi is who I was thinking of. He made a game called Takeshi's Challenge that was intentionally designed to be so boring and terrible.
See, I've always known him as the as a movie actor. I love him as an actor. He's so freaking
well. I guess he's a comedian is more what he's actually known.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, but he does a lot of like crime roles and stuff where he just plays like a complete dick and asshole, which he's not at all. So it's just he's really good. Yeah. So we finally got to see Wolverine in action. Finally, after all this time. I'm excited for it. I think it looks good. I'm glad it's like gory and stuff, and going to be probably rated M. However,
I would think so based on what we've seen.
Yeah. However, as I've said to you, I'm pretty sure I've said it on here, other places. I am so sad that Insomniac is still pigeonholed.
That is far too good of a team to be wasted on just IP swap.
Like the games they're putting out for Marvel games are great. I get it, but
two of them were great. Like one of them was good.
It seems like I never played Spider-Man 2. Actually,
well, then you've played the great ones and not the only good one.
And that's what I heard. So I literally have Spider-Man 2 still in the plastic wrap. I just hate that they're pigeonholed into this now, and I'm like, there's so much talent there that I would like them to be able to branch out. Yes, Silkenet, the Professor in Battle Royale. That was my first introduction to him. And that's what I love him for. And fun fact, Battle Royale is coming back to theaters. Probably, I don't know if in Canada, it's coming back into theaters in the US the beginning of October. So
I've actually never seen Battle Royale. I know people love it, but I've never seen it.
Don't even get me started because I'll stay here all fucking night. That movie is what got me into watching international movies and being a huge fan of international films.
We call those weebs, by the way.
I'm definitely a weeb, definitely.
So is my wife.
Yeah. If I see something Japanese in a game or something or whatever, I'm like, oh, instant extra point because I'm a weeb. Silken also said Wolverine looked like bloody Spider-Man. Yes, I think Rick was you said something like that too, didn't you? A little bit.
Actually, therein lies. So I guess if we're gonna get to it, as I mentioned on Xbox yesterday, I know this makes me sound like a contrarian, and I do not intend it to be that way. I am a little less excited about Wolverine than everybody else. And I actually am a fan of Wolverine, the character, right? So just a little background. If every single comic book, movie, character, comic book itself, and game, piece of media, whatever you want to call it, from the planet, except for Spider-Man and X-Men disappeared, I wouldn't lose a half a second of sleep. That includes Batman. Get the fucking Batman out of here. We don't need that anymore. But even as a kid, X-Men and Spider-Man were my jam, especially X-Men. Really, even though now I like Spider-Man better, when I was a kid, X-Men really was my like main thing. Right. That said, Wolverine was never my favorite. I like Wolverine, but I was always a Gambit guy.
Yes.
Gambit and Nightcrawler, baby. I'm a man of culture.
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you. I never hear anybody say Nightcrawler, and I'm like, Nightcrawler is amazing.
I love Nightcrawler. X2, not a great movie. The beginning though was amazing. Like when you had Nightcrawler like doing the assassination attempt.
Yeah.
Like I like that because that was a very, very good like envisioning of how he could use his powers to be a really potent force. And I was like, finally, even the cartoon didn't do a good job with him. But anyway, so I do like Wolverine, but he was by no means anywhere near my favorite. I always thought he was a little one note at times. But anyway, I am a little concerned about this, though. I have confidence in Insomniac.
Right.
Even though Spider-Man 2 kind of wavered that confidence a little bit. But they're a good team, and I know but what I saw, I'm like, okay, that's cool that it has the violence. That said, unlike everybody else, if it wasn't like ultra violent, I would have been fine with that. Or ultra gory, I should say.
Right.
I would have been fine with that. I prefer it being there. Like, I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, there were some people I saw that's like, if it's not like, if it's not like X2 or whatever that PS3 game was, the one made by Raven. It was Wolverine's Revenge or something like that.
Yeah. I remember.
I did see people
like ripping people in half and shit. Yeah.
I did see people said if it wasn't like that, they weren't interested, and I was never to that level.
No.
Again, to be clear, I would prefer it to be ultra violent, which it does appear to be. I do like. I think I like the guy that they got to play him. He looks like he's a pretty good fit.
Yep.
And what little gameplay we saw, and please notice, I said gameplay. I did not say quick time events. I said gameplay because that was gameplay. That was not a quick time event. If you think that was a quick time event, you don't know what a quick time event was. Do you know what I'm referring to here or no? I don't know if you do or not. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I told you about it. So the gameplay, which it was gameplay.
It was definitely gameplay.
It was definitely gameplay. It was very, very limited and really tough to make too much of a judgment on, but it looked a little on the, I guess, the side I was concerned about from when a few years back there was the big hack and then leak and all that stuff. And don't get me wrong, I didn't judge it from that because it was a very unfinished game. Yeah. But I watched it to see how the game was going to play, and I was like, man, I don't know if I like how that looks. It's not that it didn't look how Wolverine would play, but I was like, it was kind of button mashy without like
just button mashing.
Yeah, I don't even know how to describe really what I mean here, and when I saw this, what little we saw, I was like, yeah, this hasn't done a whole lot to change kind of how I think I feel. Again, I am not writing this game off, so don't take it that way at all, because that's not the case. It's more everyone's kind of here, and I'm a little more tepid, like hey, looks impressive graphically, and
it does look really good graphically.
God knows it. Sony needs some first party games, so it's one of those at least. But
yeah, there's that.
But like, I'm not like, oh hell yeah, this is going to be one of my favorite games next year. And maybe it will be, right? It very well could be. I think Alex said they point out they plan to have a state of play dedicated to it next year, which is no surprise. I mean, they were obviously going to do that. Yeah. And that is where I'll be able to watch and be like, okay, yeah, here's where I'm really going to be able to say if it's something that I'm disappointed or not. I could not get super excited from what I saw. I was excited about parts of what I saw, but not the whole thing.
Yeah, I think that's how I walked away from it too.
Like specifically because I am concerned about how the combat's going to feel. And Silken says here he looks as agile as Spider-Man, which not quite, but close. I understand where you're coming from.
Definitely agile.
That is where one of my big concerns came from. Was it's like what made Spider-Man's combat fun isn't the punching and kicking part. It was how they managed to
countering and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, and specifically what really nobody, in my opinion, ever truly did right about a Spider-Man game in combat, and that includes Spider-Man 2, which I think is vastly overloved, but they never got the feel of his combat right because they never understood properly how he fights, which Insomniac did. And that is to say, Spider-Man is all about his momentum and his agility and his movement and using the environment around him to emphasize that agility and movement and use how he is. If you ever watch anything that's a decent representation of Spider-Man, how is every one of his strong attacks? It is always him in some way redirecting him flying through the air,
using something
to use his momentum
or whatever.
They are the only ones who truly got that feeling down.
Yep.
That's not Wolverine though. And
yeah,
if they make Wolverine work like that, it's not going to feel like Wolverine, I don't think. But also,
they definitely need to make it feel heavy hitting from.
They make it feel heavy and grounded, and like you can have him pouncing and stuff like that.
Of course, yeah.
But like he shouldn't be jumping around. Like that's not his thing. Like if he's jumping around to go from one enemy to another, yeah,
sure.
His thing is like Wolverine is the right name for him. He is like a little badger or Wolverine or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Just standing his ground and holding it. And that's the other concern about it. It doesn't mean they can't do it, right? But Insomniac has never really made combat like that before. So
that's true, yeah, because even their past games is very movement based.
Yes, exactly, or at least ranged based.
Right.
There shouldn't be almost any range for him, right?
Right.
Like he's shooting out his claw,
pinning people to the walls.
I guess you could have him like maybe use his claw to like rip off a piece of concrete and throw it, which would work. I mean, he could do something like that for sure. But so again, like I am not trying to sound like a contrarian here. I'm truly not. I have my concerns just because of not seeing enough to contradict what my concerns were, I guess is the way to put it. And I hope March or whatever when we get this, I hope I watch it and I go, never mind, no concerns at all. Yeah, but as of now, I'm just like I just cannot get super excited because I just don't know if this is gonna feel right to me, right?
Yep. Well, I guess we'll see, because I think they said hopefully, like you said, they'll have a state of play March around there, and then supposedly a release date in the fall. But
yeah,
so we'll see. Still a ways off.
This is also something we were talking about yesterday. I kind of think they made a very nebulous fall because they're trying to make sure that Wolverine's a big IP.
Yeah,
it's still not Grand Theft Auto.
No.
And so like they're doing a nebulous fall because they want to stay away from May, but then there's the rumors that behind the scenes Grand Theft Auto has been delayed to October and they haven't announced it. So they want to make sure that they can maybe bump it up a little bit, because if you can get it out in like say, it's a fall, if you get it out in like say July, that's like a perfect release time where you will avoid much. Yeah,
as long as you have like a month or two or something, but you can't release it within anything releasing even hugely AAA like a couple weeks before or after GTA. You might as well just shoot yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I know our brother in there is gonna pipe in because he's not a fan, but the reality is, GTA is going to take over the entertainment industry for at least a month.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, it's just going to it's going to be biblical for video games.
Even Call of Duty, which obviously is not going to be releasing around then, but let's say it does get delayed to October, Call of Duty is going to have to delay to like late November because it can't release then. It's not. No one's going to care. No one's going to play it.
Yep. It's going to be Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else. The Neo 3 got an official release date of February 6th. February's already starting to be fucking stacked already this year.
Because also Code Vein is the very end of January, to the point it might as well be February. Code Vein got the anime boobs flying out the dresses. Have you seen that?
Yes, the collector's edition, pretty nice.
I actually didn't see that.
Might have to pick it up. It does look like a good collector's edition in general.
Is it a voluptuous young lady?
It is a voluptuous statue. Yes.
Okay. Is it the girl that has like the veil on her face?
I believe so.
Okay,
yes.
Whoever that is, that scene. you were too distracted.
Say, that's a nice statue.
Yeah, because actually, they released concept art, or not, not character art. That girl with the veil and the 2 features was one of them, and then another girl with 2 other features was another one.
Oh, still looking at my wallet. Does not thank you. Yes, I know. Yeah, so that's coming out. Yeah, end of January, right? Yeah. I really liked the first.
Real quick, so you can did you play Code Vein? I own it. I never actually played it.
Oh, I really liked it.
That's what I heard. It was really good. I never.
It's good.
It.
Yep, it's good. I didn't play it when it came out. I played it actually quite a while after it came out because I kept hearing how good it was, and I got it on like a sale.
Well, it was on PS Plus. Is that maybe where you got it from?
Oh, maybe that's where I got it. That might be where I got it. Because I remember getting it either really cheap or maybe it was PS.
I actually got it both ways. Before it was on PS Plus, I had actually gotten it for like $10 one Christmas and never played it. And then like 6 months later, it was on PS Plus.
Yep, grabbed it. Let's see what else was in there. There was a game called Zero Parades for Dead Spies.
That's
the
it's by the studio now called ZAUM, but it is not by the
it's
same
not
ZAUM.
Yeah. That doesn't do anything for me. Just I know what was the game called that they had made?
Disco Elysium.
Disco Elysium. I know that is heavily heralded as a fantastic game. It's not for me.
Silken loves it. I think Ellery liked it a lot too.
Yeah, it's not for me, but I know it is a fantastic game. So, but I also know this isn't. It's like under the umbrella, but it's not the same people supposedly. Right. So we'll see.
Yeah, all those people are gone because they all had the most ridiculous concept as to how you can fund a studio that's ever existed. So,
and then Crimson Desert had a little bit of an official release date trailer. That's out March 19th.
I do not in any way, shape, or form believe that game that's going to be. Even Alex yesterday told me he saw it behind closed doors being played by somebody, and I'm like,
yep,
I don't believe it.
Well,
until they show until it is out and in people's hands, I don't.
I didn't get to play it, but I think Silkenet played it at PAX East.
I believe that. I believe you're correct. Yes.
But I didn't get to play it, but yeah, I even people have played it where until that game is like out to the masses in its like final form, I'm still like we'll see. I hope it's fantastic because it looks fantastic. But then what else we had? Oh, yeah, Code Vein 2, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is headed to PlayStation.
Just to be clear, are you going over the showcase here?
The state of play. Yeah, Sony's state of play.
You're getting close to the one thing that actually I was quite interested in. And this, I think when I say this, I think it'll make Silkenet happy. But go ahead.
Gran Turismo celebrates 100 million units. So, okay, that's cool.
I'm going to pause you there.
Okay.
Remember, there's a lot of people out there that try to tell you nobody plays Gran Turismo anymore.
There are a lot of people that say that. I have heard that. And I was like, I don't play it personally.
Yeah, it's an insane. No, that's it. I'm not playing the Gran Turismo versus Forza fight. That's not what I mean.
Right.
But anybody that thinks that the Gran Turismo is a dead series has no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah,
it's never been a dead series.
No,
it is
huge.
It has been massive series, especially in Japan, for
overseas
30 years now. Yep. 30 years now.
Yeah.
And actually,
it's been a huge game.
This Spec 3 update is a pretty sizable update, and I believe it is named as such for a reason to indicate like this is going into like phase 3 of GT7 to show that it's not just another content drop. Like this is a big change. Did you say you did or did not play Gran Turismo 7?
I have not played 7. Okay. I haven't played Gran Turismo since like the PS2 days.
So something that I think a lot of people who haven't played it maybe don't know, and it's actually just to say this to emphasize truly how big of a game this is. And I don't mean big as in terms of like people playing it. I mean big as in size of the game. Do you remember Gran Turismo Sport, the PS4 basically online only one that was shuttered a few years back?
Yep.
Do you know why they shuttered that game?
No,
I mean outside of us shutting down servers, it's because the reality is Gran Turismo Sport is basically in its entirety in Gran Turismo 7.
Okay.
Like there's I forget what the mode is called, but it's basically the online like semi-career mode. Like you have
Yep.
your regular career mode, and then it ties into this. It basically is
Okay.
Gran Turismo Sport. It has all the same things. It has like the what do you call it? Like the safety rating and all that stuff, just like it did. It's just now
Okay.
it has all the additional cars, tracks, and stuff like that 7 has. So they basically close it because it's like, well, it's redundant to have this when you can play 7 and have a basic, your typical career mode, as well as all of this plus a lot of content. Like Gran Turismo 7 is truly a huge game. It has its issues.
Yeah.
The fact that there was barely any cars after like 2015 was kind of weird, but it was a huge game, and do not let anybody ever tell you otherwise, because they are dead wrong. If they
Oh
say
yeah,
that.
like I said, I've heard people say like, why are they even supporting this game still? I'm like, it's huge. It's huge. I don't even play it, and I know.
Yeah, Forza Horizon 5 obviously is huge and has done really well.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, Gran Turismo 7 is bigger. It is still bigger, and
Yep.
that's not staying away. That's
Definitely.
not staying away from Forza Horizon 5. It's bigger, but it's quiet about it. Whereas obviously Horizon 5 has gotten a lot of fanfare, what with going cross-platform and all that stuff. It's just GT7 is a lot bigger than people realize it is.
Yeah, it's
series is enormous. It's Gran Turismo for 25 years now has been. That's probably about right. About 25 years has been Sony's by far their biggest series. It's just everybody looks at like Last of Us because it's like the one that they get all the accolades for, but none of that stuff even touches a candle to how many players Gran Turismo has every entry.
Yep, it's crazy. What else do we have? The Mega Man announcement for Sonic Cross Worlds, cool. One thing I was excited for, the Deus Ex remastered. It doesn't look crazy remastered, but
I had said this on yesterday's X Button. This is a game that I think needed to be a remade as opposed to remastered.
Yeah, because they were talking about like, oh, they redid the UI and the controls, and I'm like, they would have to, because that's
You're right.
They would have to.
It would be nigh unplayable by today's standards. Yes.
I haven't looked up to see if there's a price. I don't think it should be.
I would guess. I would guess 20 to 30.
I was gonna say 20, and then I'll probably pick it up on the cheap. I'm glad it's being made, but it needs a full remaster.
It needs a full remake.
Yes, yeah.
Because we're talking 1999, I believe, was when it came out. Like
it was a long time ago.
This isn't like a turn-based RPG, which can in some ways hold up. This was an immersive. This is basically the original immersive shooter.
Yeah, it was like
that kind of thing doesn't stand up to 25 years worth of advancements.
No,
so it really needed more than just a remaster.
Yeah, so it's cool that it's coming out, but I was like, it should have been a full blown. Yeah. They also showed off another Halloween trailer, which is cool because I like Halloween. That's but that's not even out until next year at this time.
It's so weird that they gave it a date,
September 8th, and I don't know if that's something related to Halloween, like this movie series, or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Let's see. Then we had the survival action roguelite Let It Die, which is
the sequel to Let It Die. Which
did
anybody ask for a sequel to that? That game was really not very good.
Don't think so, but here we are. I mean,
it was very much one of the worst examples of what gotchas are. Oh, we lost Clint. Let me take. Oh God, I don't know what to do. Okay, he's back. He's back. He's coming back. What'd you do? Close your browser.
I was trying to go push back on a different one, and I went back on here.
I panicked. I was like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do here because
I need an adult.
I was gonna text you. I didn't know if you lost power or something.
Nope. No, I just hit back. I was like, wait a minute.
What were we talking about?
The Let It Die. Just like Let It Die.
Let It Die was a pretty bad example of free to play because it was pretty egregious in its monetization.
One that I'm excited about is Dynasty Warriors 3, which I didn't see coming at all. Remaster.
Not me, but
that looks pretty. Yeah, that's also coming out in March. Last Epoch, which is like a Diablo action RPG, is getting a new expansion, so that's pretty cool.
Did Silken like Lost Epoch? I know he
yes,
I know,
yes,
okay.
yeah,
I know he
that
likes those kind of games. I didn't know if you like that one.
Yeah, that one's really good. I actually prefer Last Epoch way more than Diablo 4. Diablo 4 is okay, but
Diablo 4 seems to
Last
have fallen off a cliff. But I was looking more at Path of Exile. That seems to be the one that everybody likes. So, or Path of Exile 2,
Path of Exile 2, when that full release
that seems to be the one that everybody is like really hanging their hat on as the
Last
top
Epoch
of the
is
ladder right now.
fantastic. I love Last Epoch, but I didn't see the trailer for this, so I must have missed it. But the 7 Deadly Sins Origin,
that's I was a little
release date. That's January 28th.
Yes. That said, I was a little misled about something, and Alex corrected me yesterday. I knew that the game started as an originally free to play game.
Right, that's what I thought. And then it wasn't.
It's not anymore. It was switched to a paid thing. It's only $10 though, so it still is going to be a gotcha fest. That's what he told me. I didn't know that.
What?
I thought it was a full price game. No, he said it's only $10.
Shit. Oh.
So it's still going to be a gotcha. It's free to play with a $10 entry fee. Right.
I was excited. So it's gonna be like the was it Honkai Star Rail where they released it on the PS5 for like $40, but you got a bunch of shit like.
Did they really? I didn't know that.
There's a physical version of it, and all it is give you an online code for a bunch of shit in the game.
I did not know that. Okay.
And it's like $40. Yep. And then of course they announced the God of War controller, which I think they could have done so much better.
you have so far actually avoided, and I know that the game I was talking about had already showed up, and you've missed it.
Where did I?
I don't remember the name, so that's part of the problem. I have to look it up now.
Chronoscript, the Endless
That's
Tales.
it. Yes, that's it.
Okay, that's the one. Yes, 2D
that might be
adventure game.
That might be the game I was most interested in actually in the entire showcase.
I saw that trailer either. I'm gonna have to watch it.
It looked like a kind of darker version of the Plucky Squire without the 3D stuff, but it's the same idea. Where it's a side scroller. I don't think it's a Metroidvania. I think it's just an action RPG. But you're like a.
Oh, you are right about the Plucky Squire thing.
Yeah. You are a writer who went to like this library or something like that, and he somehow got stuck in the book. But what's cool is when you watch the trailer, the Plucky Squire thing comes to the fact that he goes to like. He does what he has to do,
really cool.
But he actually goes to like different books, and it looks really cool. I like the
goes through the ink and shit.
They showed a point where like one of the books like falls off of a stack.
I'm watching that like right now,
and he like goes on the spine of it. I'm like, that's really freaking cool.
This actually looks really good.
That was probably the game It's Japanese too, which that does not look like a Japanese game, does it?
Interesting.
Or I should say, it's a Japanese developer making it.
That actually does look really good.
Yes. I thought Silken would be a little bit proud because it was probably the most indie game actually in the entire showcase.
But that does look good.
It looks really good. I'm very interested in it. It looks cool. Like it kind of looks like Plucky Squire meets like Blasphemous.
Yeah, that actually looks really good. Yeah. I did. I skipped right over it because it just looked like something. I was like, oh, whatever. So I didn't think it was a big deal, but I'm glad you said something because
that game looks really cool. I'm very, very interested in that.
Yeah. One thing I'm sure you are super interested in though is the official PlayStation wireless speakers that were announced.
What a weird ass announcement! Like I understand why they're making them, but why would you put that in a showcase?
I don't know. Midnight Black and White, and this is the worst part though. It features a built-in microphone with AI enhanced noise rejection. People are going to sound like shit over this, or they're going to be sitting 20 feet from their TV where their speakers are, and they're like, "Why can't people hear me?" It's going to be awful.
And just think of the kids yelling racial obscenities at you, and it's squeaking through those speakers.
Oh God. Yep. Where are we at? 143. I was gonna go in Tokyo Game Show, but I think it's getting a little bit long here.
I mean, there's really one major.
There wasn't much, honestly, at the Tokyo. Forza had a teaser for Japan.
Well, that's what I said. That was probably
that was pretty much it. Firm. There was something else. Oh, a remake of Gungrave or something like that.
Yes, actually, that's an interesting one. It's a
that remake, was out of like nowhere.
It's a remake of Gungrave. Beyond the Grave, I think is the name, from 2022. It's a remake of a game that's 3 years
Oh,
old.
I thought it was like an older one. That one that just
No,
came
it
out?
is not a remake of that one. It's a remake of the recent one.
I thought because there was one on the PS2, wasn't there?
There was, yes.
That's
Actually,
what I thought it was.
That one was actually really good. I like that one.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, no, this is a remake of the one from 2022.
Oh my god.
I was like, what?
Oh my god. Yeah, Silken says looking forward to the speakers for PC.
Yeah,
I can see that
he did mention it, yeah.
If they're up close to you, I'm sure they'll probably be fine. But like if I'm sitting on my couch here and my TV's over there, I just don't think the microphone's going to work well. However, if it does work good,
but I will say, to be fair, the whole idea of using the microphone in your controller is a ridiculous concept, but it actually is okay. And
it's not bad yet.
It does do a surprisingly decent job of noise cancellation and only picking up your voice and not the sound of the game.
Yeah,
it's still not the way to do it, but it is.
No, but at least there's something there.
Yes.
Silken, yeah, we did mention Deus Ex.
Yeah.
We were just saying that it definitely needs more of a remake. It needs, needs like a whole remake, actually, like a full on. It's good that it's coming out to the masses again, but I think it's also going to turn a lot of people off from it because
it'll be so dated. Yeah.
But I know they said they updated the controls and because I don't think it was it ever released on console or was that just
it was on PS2. Okay. I mean, obviously the PC version was the vastly superior one.
Right.
But
yeah, so they're supposedly, from what we've heard so far, I believe it's just the UI and the controls are different, and of course the higher res,
they actually remade the character models.
But it still looks, I don't know. I'm glad it's coming out, but I'm also not like if it had been a full like remaster, I'd be all in then.
But I mean, I'm not gonna bother with it. I don't think, but I can't badmouth it too much because that is absolutely like
it's like the start of.
Objectively, that's one of the best games ever made. Like it really truly is.
Yep.
It is also one of like that game was so unbelievably advanced for its time.
Oh, when it came out, it was like
there was no such thing as like multiple ways to approach something back then. Mm-hmm. The fact that actually did that in 1999 was mind-boggling.
And that was Eidos Interactive, right? Back then,
I don't remember, but it was War Inspector. It was a War Inspector game. He made, I believe, the first two.
Gotcha. And I would love another Deus Ex game. I've loved all of them.
Square, come on.
Yep, just sitting there, whatever. But
I
don't think we're going.
I never did finish Mankind Divided. I love Human Revolution, and I don't know.
Human Revolution was so good. Mankind Divided wasn't as good. I didn't think
most people seem to think it's better, but I did not.
I don't think it was better.
I thought Human Revolution was way better.
I thought it was good, but I think Human Revolution was way better. What about Prey? Did you like Prey?
Which one?
The Deus Ex wannabe one.
Okay, so not the shooter,
the action.
I did. I think maybe it gets a little overglazed nowadays, but it was good, and I did
like that one.
The biggest issue I had with it was it needed more than 2 freaking actual guns. It needed more than just a pistol and a shotgun. Like I get it. The idea was to use the more creative weaponry, and that's fine.
Right.
I mean, you couldn't put like an assault rifle and a sniper rifle or something like that in it. Come on,
give me something. But I did like the story and stuff.
I liked it. I did like it too. It had a cool twist as well.
Yep. All right. Shall we do the
Cookie de Fortune? Silken, I want to point out that shut up. I always want more guns. Why do you think I like Stalker so much?
That's another game I gotta play.
And also, actually, there is something we didn't mention that bears mentioning.
Big Stalker update or something to Stalker?
1.6 released this week, which greatly improved the nighttime gameplay. They added night vision goggles. They improved the AI so that it doesn't miraculously just see you in the middle of the night. Like they actually have a hard time seeing unless they have night vision goggles, and some of them do.
That's cool. And that did get announced for PS5 as well, too, right?
It did. It comes out in November.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they also added this. This is kind of a cool thing. It's actually kind of cool. I guess you would say like an attention to detail of the military spec side of it. They're like, it's hard to look down a scope when you're using night vision, which is true. I mean,
it's very true.
You really can't. So they actually added you can go to the whatever they're called, the techs or whatever, and on the weapons you install a mod, which is typically cheap. It claims it's like a changing the stocks or whatever, but it really doesn't change anything. However, it makes it so that you can actually, unfortunately, you can only use it in night vision and not outside of it, but you can actually use, if you know what canted aiming is.
Yeah.
You should, because of what's it called, the SWAT game. Basically, instead of aiming down the sights, you
side.
And that is a true actual tactic done by like special forces, because they can see where the gun's pointed while not taking all of their vision away, right? Unfortunately, you can only do it in night vision. You can't do it like standard.
Okay.
But that is cool. Like, that was a cool attention to detail. So that it's not like now you're just doing the same thing, but it's green, right? Like, it actually does effectively change how you would do in combat in night vision.
There's still so many games from like last year that I want to play, and it's like,
well, they have quite a bit more updates scheduled for this year as well. Like they're finally adding binoculars, because it doesn't have binoculars in it, which is weird.
Oh, does it not really?
No, nope.
That surprises me.
And but they've done a lot of work on it. Bear in mind, we still don't even have a name for the first of, I believe it's 3 like DLC packs for it, because they focused more on fixing the game at this point. I'm sure now they are working on it, but they haven't actually. I think it's 3 packs is what they announced. So, but yeah, I did want to mention that. You want to go first? Or you want me to?
I'll go first. So let's see. We've got humor is the affirmation of dignity.
I would say it's lack of dignity, but okay. I will say, the last few times we did this, I called out my fortune very clearly not pertaining to me in any way. This might be one that was written with me in mind on this little sticker.
Okay. Okay.
Now is a good time for a new collection or hobby.
Oh, Jesus. That's pretty on point. That's pretty good.
It's hard to get it not fuzzy.
That's pretty on point.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, okay. Funny. I can't even argue that.
I
cannot argue that at all.
Well, I think that's it for us, folks. We will see you. I'll be around next weekend. So I'm sure we'll see you next week, and we'll talk about if there's anything major coming up next week for game shows or anything like that. So just see what else is coming out. I know we've got Final Fantasy Tactics coming out, which I'm huge excited.
We don't have Final Fantasy Tactics coming out. You might, but I don't.
I do.
I couldn't care less.
There's a few other RPGs for the Switch that I'm just not going to get at this time, because it's just not fucking happening.
Well, actually,
and Ghost of Yote
and Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 is next week as well. I believe it's the 3rd also.
God damn it. God. I love Mario Galaxy. Anyways. All right. That's it, folks, for us. We will see you next week. Thank you very much for joining us and listening to our cooking shenanigans, or not cooking shenanigans, but our food shenanigans, and just talking about games and such. It's always a pleasure. Thank you very much, and we will see you next time.